Number 3 is think about what you want to say and be clear when you communicate it. So an example of that would be, I love spending time with you, but I also love and need my alone time in order to feel rejuvenated.
Straight up. I ain't gonna lie, that's me, man. Like, for real. Like, I'm the kind of person that I need my own time, and that time usually is a time for me to reflect. Like, when I'm reflecting, I come up with ideas, game plans, moving forward. I do a lot of self-evaluation all the time. So
Same.
that time is very important to have. And if it gets interrupted from time to time, I feel like, then I start to feel some kind of way about it. So that is important. This is as an example, but I can say that, that example relates to me straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah. No doubt.
So writing it down may help some people. Do not text it. If you put it in a text message, send it to yourself.
Yeah, cut out the text message.
Yeah, don't do that.
Do it.
But it might help you get your emotions out or get your point across so that you can actually read it back to yourself and understand whether or not, if you actually would have said these words, if it would have made sense.
Yeah, I think the only thing you could do that might work is if you text with GIFs. That's what they call GIFs?
GIFs, I think.
Is it GIFs?
I'm pretty sure. I say GIF, but
I don't know
our son corrected me and said it's GIFs.
If you talk with GIFs,
our moderator,
that might work. I don't know. That might.
I don't think they have a GIF for everything. I mean, they're funny.
If you communicate and then you end it with the GIF, they kind of say, then you like, okay, it's safe.
I love GIF conversations.
Yeah. If you do it with the
those
GIF,
are my favorite.
you might be all right.
I'm thoroughly entertained by those.
Yeah, but not. Okay. Go ahead. My bad.
So talk about what is happening and how it affects you. Let's say you only have one day off in the week and you spend it playing video games or drinking with your friends or surfing or whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. So it affects me because I feel like whatever you're doing, fill the blank in, is more important to you than I am.
Yeah.
Obviously, one day off, this person might feel like quality time is their number one love language and they need that.
Right.
So talk about what you want, need, and feel. And when you do that, you need to use I statements to do so. Goes back to the vulnerability thing and being transparent about your emotions, your feelings, all of that, even your needs. And I need to feel secure in our relationship if we're going to grow and build something, if you want to be with me forever and we're moving towards marriage.
Right.
I want to have more sex in the week because my love language is physical touch.
Mm-hmm. I want you to make me, French toast in the mornings. Anything.
I need acts of service.
Which them French toast be killer. I'm telling you.
You're welcome.
Be hitting. Mm-hmm.
Or I need to do things I like to do with you to build a stronger bond with you.
Yeah.
Because sometimes a lot of people, I think they'll always do what the other person likes to do and they don't necessarily get a chance to do what they like to do with the person. Right. So they always feel like they might be putting themselves out there more so and it's not being reciprocated back. But the other person might not even know. You know what I mean? Like we did the paint date.
Oh, yeah.
I like to do that kind of thing. And you were like, I don't really do it, but I'll do it for you. Yeah. And we had a lot of fun. You had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was cool. New
it
experience.
was actually kind of therapeutic.
Yeah, right.
All right. So number 6 would be accept responsibility for your own feelings, people. Mm-hmm. I know I'm feeling this way because of my past relationships, not because of anything this individual did to me. Yeah. So I need to check my emotions because I've been hurt before and I need to make sure that I'm not escalating this into a bigger situation.
Right. No.
But you can still communicate that.
Yeah.
Just accept responsibility for your own feelings. Mm-hmm. So listen to your partner. Again, listening is part of healthy communication.
Communication, straight up.
And have empathy. Put your own thoughts aside for the time being while that person is talking and try to understand their feelings, intentions, needs, and wants.
And I'm going to just add to this because I'm just keeping it 100 with y'all. This one right here is crucial. And if you feel like you aren't able to do this in a relationship, you probably shouldn't be in one. I'm keep it 100 with you. No. You have a struggle with this one here, this is very key. You have to have empathy when you're in a relationship with somebody else. You got to be able to understand that they're not going to always have the same feelings every single day.
Or agree on everything.
And you guys are not always going to agree. And if you can't, you know, at least have empathy and be willing to understand other people's feelings, especially the person that you love, then you're not in any kind of situation or prepared. I would say you're not prepared for a successful relationship, bro.
Not to say that you can't improve on it.
Yeah, but that's like
that's
elementary.
Something, but you
like,
need to know that that's something you need to work on.
Yeah, you definitely gonna have to work on that.
Sometimes what happens is you get it into your own thoughts. You stop listening because you start feeling.
Yeah.
And now you're just focused on what you're feeling. Like, what that person said hurt me.
Right.
So now I'm focused on the hurt, and now I'll either want to lash out or, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And then the intention part. Obviously, he's coming to me because he feels some kind of way. And I don't think he has any malice because he's coming at me like, hey, I need to talk to you about something that's pretty serious.
Right.
And he's just trying to let you know his needs or his wants, whatever the case may be.
Right.
So make sure that's kind of what empathy it's all about too.
Mm-hmm.
But the intention, obviously, if he's coming at you with malice and he's just saying some stuff like wash the floor with him.
Mm-hmm.
So be aware of your tone of voice. Tone can change the whole course of the conversation and turn a discussion into an argument. Tone can make somebody feel attacked. This man here struggles with tone.
Man, our tone ain't that bad.
Okay, so this is what happened one time. One time, we were at my grandfather's house. As we first got over here. And
that's funny.
He made like 4 Pop-Tarts because he was hungry. He burnt them in my grandfather's stuff.
First of all, to clarify.
No, I'm going to go first.
Go ahead.
I had my tablet on and I hit record because I thought it was funny how he was reacting to it. And he was being mad aggressive. And I was like, I was laughing because it was funny how upset he was about burnt Pop-Tarts and the fact that I was laughing at him. So in that, he was coming off mad aggressive and he didn't feel like it. But when I played it back to him, he was like, oh, man, I guess I was being kind of aggressive. I'm like, I told you, your tone be off the chain sometimes.
Yeah, I've been shown I've actually been shown like videos twice when and I say aggressive, it's just like my tone changes. It ain't mean like I'm like physically aggressive, but
belligerent.
Yeah. But I said that time that happened, man, that I was hot. First of all, I gotta clarify this.
They were the last 4 Pop-Tarts.
They were the last 4 Pop-Tarts, and I didn't know that I had the settings wrong. And so the first time I did, I like, damn, I burnt it. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna put it back in there. And then I did the same thing again. I took pictures of it.
You went backwards.
If I can find a picture, I promise you guys, I'm gonna post it up. I was like, you know what? I'm hitting these edges, and I'm eating this Pop-Tart.
You threw them out.
I did the edges to see if I could do it, right. And I didn't eat it.
Because the backs were burnt. But anyway, I made him breakfast, and I was laughing because I was like, it's only going to take me like 5-10 minutes to make you breakfast. By the time you go to the store and come back, breakfast would have been done. Just relax.
That was the brown sugar ones, by the way.
They were the brown sugar ones.
Fire.
Yeah. So sometimes that might actually help, though. If somebody doesn't understand that their tone is coming off and they really don't believe it, just agree to look, let's just record this because you need to see yourself. Yeah. And sometimes a lot of us don't know what we look like or how we're coming across until you see yourself. So set up that camera, set up your phone, record it.
Facial expressions with tone does not help.
Or sometimes it's just the facial expressions. So you might, and then you can sit there and you can be like, okay, well, now I understand why you were getting so upset.
Like, you want the smoke. You want the smoke, man.
I got all the
smoke.
Okay. So you can try that. Be creative with it. Think outside the box when you're trying to, communicate with your partners and improve upon it.
Yeah, no doubt.
So remember that you don't have to be right all the time. Negotiate.
Yeah, that's a struggle for a lot of people.
Issue isn't that important.
Yeah.
Try to let it go or agree to disagree. We're in a relationship, but it doesn't mean we need to agree on 100% of the things 100% of the time.
Yep.
And I know lots of people struggle with this because they feel like they might be a great match together, or because they live together and they go together, they need to agree on everything.
Yeah.
And certain things need to be done a certain way. What matters to me doesn't necessarily matter to you. The floorboards needing to be cleaned and spotless, you don't feel like you look at them, so that doesn't bother you.
Right.
And you're telling me not to work so hard. And I'm like, no, it bothers me. Like OCD gets to me.
Right.
So we're going to agree to disagree. If it brings me joy, let me do it.
Yeah. Yep. Straight up.
So take a look at that, guys, and really do that. And this is another. This is a huge one, I think, which goes back to the love languages, but also share your positive feelings with your partner, what you appreciate and admire about them, and how important they are to you. Because conversations and communication doesn't always have to be centered around conflict. Start off with the good stuff.
Yeah.
Just make sure that maybe you start off by telling, you might not realize that you don't tell your partner you appreciate them.
Right.
And they might need to hear it.
Yeah.
Or it's always nice to hear it.
Yep.
So, should we take a quick break and we'll get into listening in this last portion about specific questions to ask to actually improve for those of you who are in a relationship with bad communication?
Yeah.
There are some assessment questions that you can actually ask yourselves and one another to get you opening up or on the right foot.
Yeah. I think we can, it's not much left, so we'll probably just go ahead and wrap that up. And we'll go listen to some music real quick, come back, and we'll wrap up the podcast on that note. Yeah, that'll work.
All right, y'all. We'll be back.
All right, bet.